Today, we're going to dive into an idea that might just change how you see, well, everything. Every challenge, every relationship, every single obstacle in your life. It's this idea that your reality isn't some place you just got dropped into, but a world that you are actively building, second by second.
So let's just kick things off with this one big question that gets right to the heart of it. Is your life a pre-existing place that you're just passing through? Or is it something way more personal? A custom-built stage that, on some deep intuitive level, you actually designed yourself?
Now, to really get why that second idea is so wild, so radical, we first have to talk about the traditional story. You know, the one many of us have heard for centuries about how we got here and what we're doing. So the usual story goes something like this. Our soul, or our awareness, is kind of like a traveler. It drops into a physical world that's already up and running, all on its own. We make our grand entrance through birth, and from that moment on, our job is basically to navigate this pre-made world and untangle our karmic baggage. In this version, we're just actors showing up on a stage that's already been set. It's a comfortable story, but is it the whole story?
Okay, so now let's explore a totally different take. What if we aren't just the actors on the stage? What if, somehow, we're also the architects who built the whole thing?
What if incarnation isn't about arriving somewhere, but about our own awareness generating a reality? Not just the body, but the family, the environment, the people you meet, every single challenge it needs to face in order to grow.
This quote just nails it, right? We stop being tenants living in a house somebody else built, and we become the architects of our own personal stage. A stage that's perfectly, and I mean perfectly designed for the exact drama our soul needs to play out.
And you know, this way of thinking, it forces us to completely rethink the ancient concept of Maya. Now that's a Sanskrit word, and it's usually just translated as illusion. But this new model gives it a much more interesting job.
This slide is where you really see the flip. In the old story, Maya is the bad guy. It's a trick, a veil that's messing with us. But in this new model, it's not an obstacle at all. It's a tool. It's like a personalized user interface, a kind of virtual reality simulator designed for our own karmic curriculum. All of a sudden, Maya isn't the enemy we have to defeat. It's the very ecosystem where we get to evolve.
So, how does this new model explain that weird feeling we all get sometimes? You know, that sense that life is almost too specific, too targeted, to just be a random series of events.
Okay, here's a really crucial piece of the puzzle. We have to redefine karma. It's not some cosmic score sheet of good deeds versus bad deeds. Instead, think of karmic knots as these deep, repeating glitches in how we see the world. Like, say you have this core belief that you're unworthy of love. Well, to undo that knot, your reality needs to show you that belief, to mirror it back to you so clearly that you can finally see it for the distortion it is. In a generic one-size-fits-all world, it just can't do that. It's not specific enough. But a personalized reality, a custom-built Maya, now that can generate the exact tailor-made experiences we need to see our own karmic patterns. For example, it can cook up the perfect partner who, maybe infuriatingly, reflects all the parts of yourself you've pushed down into the shadows, forcing you to finally look at them. Or it can whip up a crisis that seems like it was designed in a lab to target your deepest, most ancient fear, giving you the perfect, if terrifying, opportunity to finally move through it. And that is the heart of it. Those strangely precise challenges that show up in your life, they aren't random. They're not punishments. According to this model, they are design choices. They are parts of a curriculum that your own deeper intelligence created for its own awakening.
All right, so let's pull this all back from the cosmic and bring it right down to you right now. What does this actually mean for your life today?
I mean, just let that sink in for a second. You are walking through a world built by your own deeper intelligence. It means that the world you see out there is just the surface layer of your own inner landscape. The entire stage, every character, every single plot twist, it's all a reflection of you.
When you look at life through this lens, everything shifts. Suddenly, trauma isn't just meaningless pain. It becomes a powerful catalyst designed to wake you up. Those frustrating patterns you seem to repeat over and over, they're not a curse. They're your curriculum, the exact lessons you're here to master. Every difficult relationship becomes a mirror, and every single obstacle becomes a precision tool, perfectly crafted for your growth.
And this flips the script on the end goal too. Liberation isn't about escaping this world, this so-called illusion. It's about learning the lessons so completely that you simply don't need to generate the simulation anymore.
So that's the final thought we'll leave you with. If you truly deeply accepted this idea that your life is a curriculum you design for yourself, then the question becomes, what's your final exam?